You've just been fired from your job. Why do you get down and upset? Your kids are not listening to you, driving you freaking up the wall. Why do you get so angry and react to that behavior? You've just been dumped by the missus or the mister, and you mope around all day eating ice cream. You just lost a client, a project didn't go well, a colleague pissed you the frick off, and you choose to react in a very, very predictable way. Tension rises, you get a little bit angry, you may be effing and blinding and swearing and hoo-haring. Your body and your mind seems to be pre-programmed, dare I say, brainwashed into reacting and behaving in a certain way, almost as if getting fired equals, or getting dumped equals sitting on the couch and eating ice cream. Why do we react in this, I call it in a Netflixy, TikToky way? Why do we react? Why do we fall into this predictable pattern of dealing with life's situations? My name is Pierre Yamfam. This is Get Out of Your Way. My hair is crazy today, Jesus. And let's figure this one out together. But first, a little bit of accountability. Did I or did I not wake up on time this morning, 4:30 a.m.? And what is today's success principle? And just as a side note, yesterday's video and Saturday's video, I was late, I was struggling, I still showed up and recorded. Can I just say I feel so buzzed to be back in my scene, in my setup, got the camera, got the video, everything's good to go, and I'm feeling good. I just sung on YouTube. Okay, catch you in part 1, accountability. Oh, that did not look good. That did not freaking. I can't even look at the camera. I can't look you in the eye right now. I'm just gonna keep looking around in shame. No, I'm joking. Today was an interesting day. So on Monday, I woke up good, whatever, had my day, didn't do well throughout the day, as you saw in the video from yesterday. Didn't do well in the day, and I ended up going to bed at 1:30 a.m. I think I ended up getting to bed at 2 a.m. So I'm in the shower, it's 2 a.m., getting ready for bed. And I said to myself, I can continue this ridiculous cycle, right? I can wake up at 4:30 a.m., I can get 2 hours sleep, 2.5 hours sleep, and I can go for it, right? I can keep going. And I said to myself, look at what you're doing, Pierre. You're making terrible decisions throughout the day because your brain is not optimal. I think there's a study on this. There's a study on this about how much percentages you lose in decision making when you don't get enough sleep. I think you can Google it, and the research is there. I think it's like you become 40% more stupid or 60% more stupid for every hour you lose of sleep. Something like that. Research it for me. Put it in the comments. Let me know what the stat is. So I'm sitting here trying to do this accountability, this YouTube channel, showing up, doing the right things, moving through 2025 like an elite individual, because I am an elite individual. I'm doing all these things. I said to myself, Pierre, you are currently in a detrimental cycle to your life. You are late now, it's 2 a.m. If you go to bed now and wake up at 4:30, you're gonna have 2.5 hours sleep. You are gonna be sleep deprived. You're gonna be quality decision making deprived. That's not a thing, but I just made it up. You're gonna be deprived of making quality decisions, and you'll get a phone call from a client, a colleague, something will happen, and you will act in the wrong way because you've not got enough sleep. Your job is to follow your calendar and get your ass to bed on time. When your ass is not in bed on time, you now have to sacrifice certain things. That could be your 4:30 a.m. wake up streak. That could be making sure that my body and my circadian rhythm is in alignment with nature. and I may have to sacrifice that. I may have to sacrifice certain things because I have not gone to bed on time. So I was in the shower and I said to myself, okay, you know what? I'm gonna lose my streak. that felt that felt bad and good at the same time. But yeah, I said to myself, I'm gonna lose my streak. F it. Like it's 2 a.m. I've effed up. I'm not gonna get enough sleep. I refuse to leave myself in a position where I'm making stupid decisions stupid decisions again the next day because I haven't got enough sleep. So sack off the 4:30 a.m. streak that you're building, lose one day so that the rest of the days can fall in line and can fall into place, right? So that's what I did. I woke up today at 10:30 a.m. I'm just gonna let that sit for a bit. I woke up like a poor man at 10:30 a.m. All due respect to anyone who wakes up at 10:30, do your thing. You're on your own journey. You're living in your own world. But for me, it was a myth. It was a little bit of a myth because it was 10:30 a.m. By that time, oh my god, by that time I would have normally done my full morning routine, be in peak performance shape. I've already done by that time. I start work at 8 a.m. So I would have already done 2 hours and a half of work, and it was 10:30 a.m. and I was waking up, and I was like, it's okay. This is what I need to do. I've got 7 hours sleep now. You know what I mean? Like let's get going. I'm gonna open the window because the window is closed. It is hot. I'm I'm going red a little bit. I need to, yeah, let me open the window because this temperature is killing me right now. Okay, incredible. I'm back. So that is the reason I woke up at 10:30 a.m. and that's why it says 10:45 or something, whatever, on my accountability. So I then went throughout the whole day and it was good. Better decisions, had sleep. So I had about 7 hours sleep, which I haven't had like all year or something stupid like that, based on my sleep tracker. So I got 7 hours sleep. Yes, I was refreshed. A little voice in my head was like, really, Pierre? 7 hours, 10:30 a.m.? Really? But I was like, it's okay. Refresh, reset, lose my streak. But now do you know what I mean? I'm now in a different vibration. I'm not going to make certain silly, ridiculous decisions. My hair today is doing the madness. Sorry. I need to get my hair done ASAP. Anyway, so I then went for my day. Things were good, and that is that's the reason why that time says 10:30, 10:45 a.m. So that's okay. Tomorrow you wake up at 4:30 a.m. We go again. We're good. So now for today's success principle, very short, very sharp, very clean, which is, and today's theme is actually all about reframing and repositioning your mind to see things in a more beneficial way to yourself. That's the whole theme of today, anyway, right? So today's success principle is when you go through life and people annoy you, when you go when you go through life and people piss you the frick off, right? I'm gonna share something with you that's very this changed my life so profoundly that I would recommend this skill set to anyone I come across. This skill, this reframing of the mind, has brought me so much peace, and it's brought me so much. As a result, it's brought me so much additional energy in my life and my ability to frame things, my ability to get things done. It's supercharged me so much. I would be a fool not to recommend this to anyone whenever they're in a situation and they need this advice. So I'm going to lay this down for you guys for day 21, success principle 21. When someone does something that is so unbelievable, it's like out of this world, it's like, how the hell have you done that, right? They've done something that's aggravated you, they've done something that's frustrated you, they've done something that has baffled you, bemused you. You're sitting there like, this guy's crazy. I'm losing my mind here. In those situations, successful people have the ability to extend compassion to the other person in a way where they say, it's okay, they are on their own journey. That key phrase has changed my life. It's okay, they are on their own journey. This sentence, this phrase, it's so powerful for so many different reasons. I'm going to touch up on a few right now for you. Number one, and I'll be direct. I'll be very direct with you. Number one, there is it's not an ego play. It's not an ego play. But what you're doing, and I think ego may be involved, but it's not supposed to be an ego play. But when you say to someone, or when you're rationalizing someone's behavior, and you say it's okay, they are on their own journey, it puts you in this place of power. It feels like it puts me in this place of, not that I'm better than the other person, but it's like I'm grateful that I would never do something like that. I am past that point in my journey, and I have a different set of challenges that I'm working on, but I would never do that. They are on their own journey. There may be some ego involved, because as I'm saying it, I'm like, yeah, it feels like an undertone of ego is involved. But essentially, that statement is self-empowering, because what you're doing is you're recognizing how baffling what they did is, and you're able to separate yourself from that way of life, from that vibration, and say, I am not on that vibration. I'm in my own journey, and I'm on a different level to whatever the frick that is. And I need to be compassionate and understand that they are on their own journey, and so that's their challenge for their life. Do you get it? That's their challenge for their life. And when you start looking at people's behavior like that, you have got no reason, very little reason, practically no reason to get angry, to shout, swear, F and blind, because what you're doing is you're actually putting your expectations of how you would behave onto them, and then you're going crazy when they don't behave in the way that you would have behaved. This is a fool's game, because people are not going to live up to your expectations, especially when they are on their own journey. So I started using this phrase back in early 2024, about a full year ago now, maybe late 2023. I started using this methodology, this phrase, and I would say, it's okay, they're on their own journey. And I swear to God, when I started saying that, I was calmer in situations. I was more calm in situations. I understood that someone did something stupid, freaking dumb. It's so dumb what you did. But you did it because with all the tools and experiences that you've had, you thought that was a smart or right thing to do. Or maybe you weren't even thinking at all. And that's just where you are on your journey. You don't think enough before you act. When you understand that that's where they are on their journey, the compassion that brings, it's like, there's no need to be angry, because you had no chance. You had no chance of doing any better. That's it. Right? Very empowering. Very, very empowering. And I use the example of taking a lolly from a baby, right? If you really truly understand what a baby is and who a baby is, I'm talking baby like 1 year old, 2 years old. If you really understand their position in life, and if you really understand where they are and how they operate in their brain and their desires and their wants and their dreams and aspirations, if you really understand a 1 year old, 2 year old, if you give them a sweet, a lolly, and they're licking on the lolly, and then out of nowhere, you snatch that lolly out of that baby's hand, you will see how they react. They will go nuts. They go crazy. They will go nuts, right? Now, question, would you now get angry at the baby for going nuts? I let that sit for a while. Would you get angry at the baby for going insane? When you gave the baby the lolly, they've had some licks of the lolly, they're loving the lolly. A minute, 2 minutes later, you snatch that lolly away from the baby. You're not going to get angry at the baby, because you do understand how the baby is, and you don't expect anything else. The baby's on its own journey. Do you see? And so take that same analogy into life. When a colleague does something freaking stupid, a team member says something they shouldn't in front of a client goes crazy, says something crazy, projects go wrong, whatever the frick is happening. When you reframe the person's behavior and you say, oh, but they're on their own journey, they'll get there. I'll help them get there. We're a team, right? So I'll even maybe help you get there. The peace and the oneness of understanding that we're all on our own journey, it brings camaraderie, it brings compassion, it brings this peace. Not that you're letting people off. I'm a strict boss. I'm not gonna lie to you. I set freaking high standards. At the same time, I'm very kind and I'm very like fun. As you can imagine, I'm very fun to be around and I have all those qualities, but I set a high standard. If you fall below the standard that I set, I'm telling you about your life and we're gonna fix that together. I'll be there for you, right? So it doesn't mean that you become a little bitch. It doesn't mean that you succumb to people's bullcrap and let people walk over you. No one's walking over me. None of my team members or clients or colleagues, none of them walk over me. They know I set a high standard and they show up to that high standard 99% of the time, right? So trust me, this doesn't make you weak to just be calm and say, it's okay. It's actually so powerful. Like, it's so empowering to be like, it's okay. You're on your own journey. You're on a journey. You'll get there. Keep working at this. You'll get there. I'll help you get there. Freaking powerful. Anyway, so that wraps up Success Principle, day 21. Success Principle 21. Now, let's jump into part 3, the breakdown, and I will catch you on the other side. Incredible. Part 3, the breakdown. So, I don't know why I said it like that, I'm sorry. So, the breakdown. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, sorry. So, earlier on, we asked a very, very crucial question. The crucial question we asked was, when life happens, why are you almost pre-programmed to react in a certain way? Why are you almost, dare I say it, brainwashed to believe that this life event happened, that equals X. That life event happened, I should behave like Y. And this madness happened, and I therefore must behave like Z. Why? We're asking why. This is a channel of why questions and how the frick questions, okay? So that's what we asked earlier. Crucial question to your life. Because what we're going to do in this section is we're going to bring consciousness. We're going to bring realizations and understandings as to why you react in a way that is detrimental to your future progress and success. We're going to break that down, okay? So first and foremost, let's look at the problem. We always go problem, then solution. Let's understand the problem that we're in. You've just been dumped by the missus, by the mister. You've just been dumped. If I asked you, the person you've just been dumped, or someone's just been dumped. If I asked you, let's do it together. So someone else has just been dumped, not you. Someone else has just been dumped, okay? If I asked you, what will their response be? How will they live out the next few days of their life? We will have a unanimous answer, which is scary. Think about that. Something's happened in someone's life. We will now ask, how will they respond? And we will get we ask 100 people, how will that person respond? Jack, some random person called Jack just got dumped. How will the next 3 days to 7 days of his life, even 30 days, depending on how deep the relationship was, how will that play out? Ask 100 people, we're getting a unanimous answer that Jack is going to be down, depressed, upset, eating ice cream, sitting on the couch, not going to the gym, not motivated, demotivated, not replying to messages, cutting himself off from his friends. Textbook 101 psychology, Jack is following that like a script. We're going to remember that, okay? Just remember that scenario. A different scenario, you've just been fired. You've just lost your job. Ask 100 people, or not you, but Tom now, or let's say Sally. Sally just lost her job. Ask 100 people, how is Sally going to respond? What's now happening over the next 7 days for Sally? Textbook 101 answer for Sally. Sally's likely to be, again, depressed, down, maybe make some rash decisions, maybe bank loans, I don't know, lost a job. Does she have kids? She's now panicking, not knowing what to do. Is it really bad? Is there suicidal thoughts going on in Sally's head, not knowing where to turn, what to do? There is an array of unanimous answers for how Sally's going to respond in that situation, okay? So we've got Tom, we've got Jack, who lost his partner. We've got Sally, who lost her job. Now, let's have a third example. You're in a company, you've got a decent sized team, and you lose your biggest client. Someone done something stupid, client went crazy, and you lost your client. How is the manager or the boss going to react? Unanimous, again, answers, loses crap. Let's say it's a he, loses his crap, shouts at the employees, gets angry, freaking, why did you do that? Blah, blah, blah. You're fired, catch you in a bit, pack up your stuff, you're gone, all that stuff, right? Now, and then we've got a bunch of examples. We can go for a bunch of examples, like seeing someone on social media, just got a brand new house, you react in a certain way. Let's say you're unfortunate enough to be involved in let's say like a robbery or some sort of theft. You react in a certain way in terms of the fear you have, the anxiety that you have around stepping out the house, which is so peak. Terrible situation. There's a bunch. Life happens, right? So there's a bunch of different life things that we can go through. I want you to ask yourself, why is it that unanimously we can practically describe what will happen over the next 7 days with these people? The reason why we can unanimously describe it is because we've all been fed the same data of how to respond in these life situations. We get data from Netflix, data from socials, data from online, data from movies, data from TV programs, data from YouTube. We are constantly absorbing data from the ether of how to respond socially to situations. For example, let me give you an example. Let's go deep. Let's say, for example, someone's dad passed away. Dad's passed away, funeral, everyone's down, everyone's upset, of course, everyone's distraught, right? This is how we deal with death. As a society, this is how we deal with death. We go into this mode of mourning, and we go into that. And I'm choosing this example because it's a very powerful example. Death is not a joke, right? It's a very powerful example. That's why I'm choosing this example, to really hit home the point as my first example. So as a society, we've chosen to react in this way. Now, let me ask you a question. In some cultures, when someone dies, they actually celebrate the person's life. And when they're putting the body to rest, they are embracing the moment of that soul moving on to a better place, being at rest, celebrating all of the achievements and the kindness and the love that person spread. It's a celebration when someone dies, not a time to cry, mourn, and be in that vibration. Think about that. That still happens to this day. Some certain cultures across the world act and respond in that way. We don't do that. Why? I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way to respond to when someone passes away, but why have we opted for that? Why have we opted for that mode of reaction? Why have we opted for that way of framing someone's death? When I die, me personally, I want people to be celebrating, not because I'm dead and I'm gone, no, but I want people to be celebrating my life. That I've achieved X, I achieved Y, I helped X amount of people, I saved people in this way. I helped people in that way. I brought this prosperity and value to the world, and I made the world a better place, which is my purpose. I want people to think about those things when I pass away, not crying. I don't want anyone. This is it. I'm putting it on YouTube. I don't want a single soul to cry when I pass away. I said it. It's a full stop situation. That's my blessing. That's my desire. That's my wish for when I pass away. Okay, put it on YouTube. Celebrate, laugh. Pierre, that guy. Do you remember when he done X or Pierre or that project that he launched in the Middle East and it saved this many people, or that, all those good things, whatever it is I end up achieving, I want people to reminisce, joke, laugh, dance. At my funeral, I want people dancing. That sounds freaking crazy. That will sound crazy to you, right? Most likely. But there's a power and there is a certain type of benefit when you frame life's situations in a way that benefits you and the people around you. For example, apologies. For example, the whole death thing's a little bit difficult because you're dead now, so you can't really have much more impact in terms of direct impact. Indirect impact you can have, but not really direct impact. So that's not probably the best example for what I'm about to speak about now. So let's switch examples to something more easier to break down for you. So let's say, for example, let's go back to Jack, who's just or Sally, who just lost her job, right? Sally just lost her job, and she's at home. Now, we all know the unanimous way that Sally is likely to respond, right? We all know the unanimous way. Now let's flip that and let's have Sally respond in the opposite way, or an ad hoc way, or a way that most people wouldn't. Sally's just been fired for doing a madness, whatever she did. She goes home, she contacts a friend. Bro, or Sally, she probably won't say bro, but you know what I mean? Like, hey, I've just been fired. I need someone to speak to. I need to process what's just happened. And write things out and work out what I did wrong, how I can put it right next time. And I need to start figuring out what my next steps are. Can you come around? That's her first react. That's her default way to react. That sounds crazy. Someone's just been fired. They're not in that mode of let's fix it. They're in the mode of mopey, boohoo me, my manager is a dick, all that stuff, right? But in this situation, Sally goes into okay, that's just happened. Everything in my life happens for a reason. Everything in my life happens in my favor. This is the mindset that I have as a successful individual. And so now I'm going to go home. I'm going to call my friend. We're going to sit down for a few hours. We're going to map things out. We're going to strategize this. Boom, put that in place. Look at my network on LinkedIn. Start figuring out where I can get my next job immediately because I need funds to support my family, whatever. If the whole world got fired and reacted in that way, if that was the mode of response for being fired, the world would be incredible right now. Wouldn't you agree? Right? Let's talk also about Jack, who just got dumped by his girlfriend, right? Jack just got dumped by the missus. Rather than Jack going into the 7 days of depression, not contributing anything to his life, harming himself with the amount of ice cream he's eating, going to bed late, watching movies all night, all that bullcrap, Jack turns around and says, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens in my favor. I know where I'm going in my life. I know what my vision is. She has helped me throughout my journey get to where I am now. I'm better in this position I am now than when I was before. And I'm grateful for that journey. I'm grateful for that growth. Now I've got time to focus on myself. Now I've got time to focus on me, improving who I am, speak with the missus, find out, really just sit down with her, have a coffee, find out, really bullet point list. What was it that made her dump me? How was I behaving? What was it exactly? And then go about setting that right for my life, for myself, and then eventually for my next partner. God have mercy. If everyone on earth got dumped and reacted like that, you and I both know the world is looking mighty fine, right? Things will look incredible if people reacted like that when they got dumped. So people getting fired, people getting dumped, life is happening. The way you choose to frame, the way you choose to not go with the conditioning of society of how you should respond to something, but you reframe your mind and say, if something like this has happened, I don't need to act like that. Who said I need to be down and upset when someone passes away? Who said I need to be down and upset when I get fired or when I get dumped? Who said I had to react that way? And successful people are very, very good at deciding how they're going to react. They're very, very good at doing that. And so they're in control of their decisions. They normally act in a way which is way more beneficial to them than in the way that society has dictated that we should be reacting. And if you think about it, it makes sense for that to be the status quo. Because if society and if more people are crippled and paralyzed by life's events, whilst the successful and the rich get touched by an event and they brush it off, they react in a certain way, they move in a certain way. Those people continue to maintain the power. Those people continue to maintain the wealth at the top, whilst the poor and the common folk, they spend their time in depression and downward energy and vibration because that's what they fed us in socials, on videos, in movies. They've told us that this is how we should respond. Vishen Lakhiani from Mind Valley speaks about this in his book, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. He speaks about the concept of BRULES. BRULES are rules, normal rules with a B at the beginning. So B, then rules, BRULES, right? And he says BRULES are society's rules that are meaningless, have no actual depth or meaning, created by humankind with no depth or meaning, and it keeps people in boxes. It keeps people in specific frameworks that keeps them constrained and in check and in line and lesser than. These are called rules. Society's bull SHIT, bull SHIT rules. That's what the B stands for, by the way. Bull SHIT. So bull rules or BRULES is what Vishen Lakhiani from Mind Valley, the founder of Mind Valley, the leader at Mind Valley, that's what he came up with. And in his book, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, and it's phenomenal because it's so true. Once you start to realize these societal rules, how these things are set up to keep us constrained, down, lesser than, in the lowest of vibrations, when you realize that, you wake up and you're like, hold on, I don't need to react to this life situation in the way that everyone else is reacting. I don't actually have to do that. It's very empowering. It's very, very empowering. Okay. And so what you want to do is, most people don't even realize that they have that freedom. How scary is that? And I'm speaking to you right now, right? How scary is that? That some people don't even realize that in any given situation, you can choose how to react. You don't have to get angry when a colleague does a madness. You don't have to be eating ice cream and watching Netflix for 7 days when someone dumps you. You don't have to lose your crap and go crazy when you get fired from work and you don't have a job and you need to now find a way to provide for your family, whatever. You don't have to do stupid crap. There are so many ways that you can actually choose to respond to life situations. And once you give yourself those few seconds to breathe and decide how you're going to respond, you become extremely powerful in the face of life's adversities, challenges, and hurdles that you have to jump over. Okay? So, solution frameworks. Number one, again, as in a lot of my videos, I talk about making sure you have your purpose. Those who have their purpose find life's challenges so much more easy to endure. Think Martin Luther King. Think Nelson Mandela. Think Rosa Parks. Think about the people who gone through an absolute madness and they go through it with such grace, with such power, because their purpose is gigantic and they understand why they're here. I've got friends, but I don't have friends because I'm always working, but I've got colleagues who are basically friends, and I need to get some friends. Sorry. They don't have their purpose locked in, right? So I've got some colleagues that didn't have their purpose locked in. So when crap hits the fan, you can see it in their eyes. When something goes wrong, for them, it's like the whole world has ended because they don't have their higher calling locked in. They don't have their purpose drilled in and locked in. And so when something happens, like we lose a client or something goes wrong with a project, the whole world's ended. It's the house is on fire. Oh my God, we're screaming and running because they don't have a higher calling. They don't have a larger purpose. They don't have a North Star that it's like, but it's okay that that's happened because this is where we're going. This is just a little roadblock. It's just a little roadblock. But when you don't have that North Star, when you don't have that place where you're going to, that roadblock becomes like your North Star. And it's like, oh my God, I can't see anything else but this thing. Same thing applies with arguing. When you have your purpose, when you have your vision, people like us, we don't really have the time to argue anymore because arguing is so time consuming and energy consuming. We just want to spend time on our purpose. Do you see? And so number one is to make sure you have your purpose. This is what's going to fuel you and enable you to really react in the most blissful and graceful of ways when something happens in your life because you understand that these are just little hurdles. These are just little roadblocks that you can get over, you can go around. These are all, anything that you thought you were going to achieve, remember, is a means goal. That's also in one of my videos from before, right? You got the means goal and you got the end goal. When you have your end goal locked in, all these means goals, some of them work, some of them don't. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you fail. All these things, the meaningfulness in all of these life events, they begin to drop. They're not that meaningful. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. If I'm successful, I'm successful. If I'm not, I'm not. But the fact of the matter is that my trajectory is I'm getting to that North Star no matter what. I'm getting to that end goal. That's where I'm getting to. That's it. Do you see? So step number one in this process of reframing how you tackle life situations is make sure you have your purpose. Okay? Make sure you have your purpose. Now, step two in this situation, in this reframing is I want you to consider, okay? Just consider, what are your default reactions? Write it down. What are your default reactions? What have been your default reactions in your past occurrences when life has happened? How have you reacted? Yeah? We've all been dumped, most of us. We've all been lost a job or lost a client. We've all had projects go wrong. We've all had kids doing a madness. I don't have kids, but I am a kid myself. So I know the pain and trauma I've caused my parents, okay? So we've all had kids doing a madness. Now, what were your default responses when those madnesses were happening? Write them down. When I got dumped, I reacted like this. Kids on the madness, and I reacted like this towards the kids. I got fired, I reacted like this. I lost the project, I reacted like this. I lost a job, I reacted like this. I crashed my car, I reacted like this. I broke my leg, I reacted like this. How did you, in general, don't go deep, it's not a whole novel, but in general, how did you respond? What were your next 7 days like? What was your mindset, which is really important? What was your mindset like in these situations? And when you understand what your mindset was like in these situations, I want you to then focus on rewriting, shifting your mentality to how you could have responded. Okay. So I got fired. Okay. My purpose is to do this. So getting fired from this job means I can find another job that is better aligned with my purpose, and I can learn from being fired. I can now grow because I know exactly where my weaknesses are. They're so weak that it got me fired. So now I know what to work on. Think about that sort of response to getting fired. It's a game changer. This week it happened with me. I'd done something wrong with my team. I made a poor leadership decision. I I essentially had a meeting with a client when the team wasn't ready to have that meeting. So we had team members in the meeting. We hadn't aligned properly before the meeting, and my brain didn't think to push back the meeting. I didn't think to push back the meeting. And so we ended up having the meeting with the client prematurely. And a few things were said in the meeting that probably shouldn't have got said. And we weren't on our game and we weren't aligned. Poor leadership decision. After the meeting, had a review with the client to apologize for the lack of our normal high level execution, had to apologize for that. And then I went and apologized to the team and said, guys, I messed up. I didn't think clearly enough about the state we were in, how ready were we to have this meeting, and we got our asses handed to us basically. Not really, it wasn't like that, but it wasn't a powerful, energetic, high vibration meeting that we normally have. Went back to the team and I apologized. Guys, this is where I went wrong. This is what I should have done. I realized that moving forward, if we're late, if we haven't got enough time to have our meetings and align, then we need to push back the meeting with the client so that we turn up to the meeting as one unit ready to go. My bad, won't happen again. And if it does happen again, I'm gonna get better at it. But yeah, my bad, it won't happen again. That is how I responded to making a poor leadership decision and then going back to my team and apologizing. Some managers, leaders, turn around and say, you said this in front of the client, how could you? You don't you need to be more cultured, you need to whatever, you need right, managers are going in and reacting to the situation, not taking time to really look at the perspective and shift and see really the full picture and reframe things in a way that benefits yourself. Say that again. Reframe things in a way that benefits yourself and the people around you. Eating ice cream on a couch is not going to benefit you, my love. It's not going to benefit you. You're getting fat. You're eating bad calories. You're the sugar content. It's going to affect your brain and how you think. Sitting on the couch watching Netflix for 7 days, eating ice cream is not benefiting you or the people around you. Think about that. Okay, really, really think about that. So, number one, make sure you have your purpose, your vision, where you're going. It will make life situations a lot more easier to deal with. Number two, look at how you've reacted in the past. Write it down. Create a simple list. When this happened, I done that. When this happened, I reacted like that. When that happened, I reacted like this. Write that down and then rewrite how you can react. And it will feel crazy because for so many years and decades, we got told that when you get dumped, you should be upset. When someone dies, you should cry. When someone loses their job, they should get angry. We've been told how to react all these times and in all these ways. That's not the case. That's just rules. They're BS rules. You don't have to do it like that. And not only that, but when you analyze how we've been told to react, who is it benefiting? No one. So just stop. You should never say that in psychology, so just stop. I know it's not that easy, but you know what I mean, right? Okay, so you reframe. So you got your purpose and you got your reactions in the past, and you've reframed them. Okay, so you want to stay connected to your why. You want to stay connected to your purpose and your vision throughout this whole process. That will make things a lot easier for you. And breathe. What a session. Part 3, the breakdown. These are getting juicy, you know what I mean? These are getting good. So brilliant. That, my friends, is how you want to reframe life situations and react in a way that benefits yourself and the people around you, rather than following life's and society's rules, which don't benefit anyone. I will catch you in part 4, the blueprint. Peace. Good. Beautiful people, welcome back to part 4, the blueprint. I don't know why I'm singing today. I've been singing all freaking day. I sang at the beginning of this video, and I'm singing again now. I don't know what it is, but I think it's because we have spring now here in the UK. In 2025, spring has started. The birds are chirping, and I'm singing. That's not the reason. I just don't know why I'm singing. But anyway, hope you guys are good. Part 4, the blueprint. Okay. So for today, we're gonna jump actually straight into the screen share because I need to remind you guys of what we've done in the last session. because someone cancelled Blueprint yesterday and 2 days ago as well. But I think yesterday is the most important thing. Yeah, we cancelled the Blueprint yesterday because we recorded too late. Just a heads up so you're aware. If I'm recording the video too late, past a certain time, this could be past like, I haven't set the time yet, but I think it's like past, if I'm recording past 9 p.m. or past 10 p.m., then I have to cancel the Blueprint. It's a punishment, right? It's a pact that I'm making with you guys that if I don't follow my calendar and I'm not on time and I'm recording the video past 10 p.m., then we cancel the Blueprint. And that's a big thing for me because the Blueprint is one of my favorite sections of the freaking video. And I want to make sure I'm going through these tools and documents with you guys so that you guys can be the best version of yourself. So that's what we've agreed. Spoke to the team. That's what we're saying. Sounds good. I mean to agree on the exact time, but that's what we're doing. So, so today, goddamn, the coffee's getting better. But yeah, so today we have the Blueprint because because we're recording the video at a decent time, so we're good. Now, in the last session, let's jump into the screen share, and I'll show you guys where we were last session. So in the last session, we were mapping out this, right? Let me zoom out so you can see sort of all of it. Apologies, I'm coughing now. So in the last session, we were mapping out what our day looked like for Monday and onwards, right? And the way that we began doing that, let me go full screen mode. The way we began doing that is we began by working out what our purpose is, making sure we have that on the document, and then we looked at what our values are, which will allow us to get to our purpose, we looked at what our values are, and then we started writing down the things that we do now, which is in alignment with our values, what are the things that we do. And then we were working out on a daily basis, right? And then we were working out, what things do we want to be doing? Like what better things could we be doing that we want to add into our calendar, right? So we then had Monday. And what we've done is we built out this simple schedule with a couple formulas. I think there's only one formula actually. Yeah, so we've got a formula here and we've got a formula down here. And the way this formula works is super, super simple. So what we say is, apologies, I am coughing, boy. So what we're saying here is, for the morning routine, we wake up at 6 a.m. Right? That was the wake up time, and our morning routine takes us 2 hours. So because it takes us 2 hours, this formula simply adds 6 a.m. wake up, add the 2 hours, and that takes us to 8 o'clock a.m. in the morning, right? Then, therefore, our deep work or whatever our next thing is obviously going to start at 8 a.m. because that's when we finish the last thing. Yeah. So deep work starts at 8 a.m. That's why the formula simply takes this number here, this time. So deep work starts at 8 a.m. That's for 1 hour, and it's going to finish at 9 a.m. Right? And we can obviously add in whatever durations we're comfortable with here. So this is what we were doing, okay? And in today's session, what we're going to do is we're going to finish Monday. We're going to finish Monday, and then we're going to plug that into a calendar, a Google Calendar, so you can see what Monday would look like when you actually plug it in. But what you're going to do in real life is you're going to map out the whole week, Monday to Sunday. When you're happy with everything, then you go to Google Calendar. But for today, because it's an example and we need to map out the whole week, we're gonna do it this way, right? Just do Monday and then we're gonna go straight to the calendar. Okay, so let's finish mapping out the day real quick. So let's say we do lunch. Again, we're using my schedule. Apologies. So let's say we do lunch and then we do meetings. After meetings, we do some more deep work. Then after some deep work, we finish for the day. Then we go into admin to clean things up. Then we'll do dinner and stuff in the wind down, but that's fine. So let's just say admin. Let's just say we have dinner. That's fine as a separate thing with the family, whatever. So admin, then we do dinner, then we do the wind down. And after the wind down, we sleep. Okay, so let's map out what that looks like. So bring this formula down. My bad. Yeah, bring this formula. That's right. Yeah, bring this formula down across here. bring this formula down as well. So we're just copy and pasting the formula across. And then all we need to do is add in these durations, right? So let's say meetings, you want to do meetings for 1 hour. So we'll copy that 1 hour duration, we'll bring it in. That takes us to 230. Then we will do deep work. Let's say we do deep work for 2 hours. So we can bring that in here. Then let's say, and what you can do as well to make things easier is you can actually just put in a 0 time and you can paste it across. So you can just add in the numbers yourself as well. Okay, so let's say admin. Let's say you do admin for 20 minutes, or let's just say 30 minutes of admin. Let's say dinner is 1 hour. 1 hour with the family. Let's say wind down is 1 hour as well. Wind down is like actually no, do an hour and a half for that one. So wind down is like you do your yoga, maybe you have like a little meditation, you're winding down, you're reading your book, you're turning off your blue light, right? Turning off your laptop, TVs, don't need any of that in the last couple hours before bed. So you're wind down, going for a nighttime walk, getting fresh air, having your shower. Maybe you're lucky enough to be able to get massages, which is what I'm going to start doing this year. So you get a massage done, wind down. Like you've been throughout the whole day, you started with your morning routine, you're pumping your body up, you're getting hyped and psyched for the day. When you begin work, you're dominating, making decisions, managing teams, dealing with clients, smashing things out the park. It's very intense. So you need to look after your vessel, which I need to get better at doing. You need to look after your vessel ready for the next session, right? Ready for the next thing. So you want to make sure that you're winding down for an hour and a half, doing the dishes, cleaning up, making sure your area is tidy. This is how I end all of my days, like in this way, right? And you can go deeper into this. Like there's things like lavender, and we can go really deep into the wind down, so you get optimal sleep and stuff like that. Okay. Then you want to sleep. So sleep could be, you really want to sleep for however long you need. I look to sleep for 6.5 hours, which I probably want to try to get to 7 hours at some point. But yeah, 6.5. Okay. So as you can see, we have a problem, right? And the problem is that our calendar currently says that we're going to be waking up at 2 a.m., but we know that we wake up at 6 a.m., right? So we've got about 4 hours of work, additional work that we can add in here. So let's see what that looks like. So let's do lunch for 30 minutes is fine, meetings. After lunch, let's add in meetings. Apologies. So after meetings, let's add in a walk, a midday walk. So I call it floativity, where I do a midday walk or midday rest, right? Because obviously, after meetings, you can be a little bit pooped, and you wanna, you wanna make sure that you're good after the meetings, right? So that adds half an hour, as you can see here, adds half an hour. Now let's also increase our deep work here. Dinner at 5:30. Yeah, let's increase this by 1 hour. Oh, my bad. Let's increase this by 1 hour. 3:30. Cool. Let's increase admin to 45 minutes. Let's say dinner's an hour and a half, cooking and then being with the family. 90 minutes, wind down an hour and a half. Yeah, and then let's add another 30 minutes to our morning session. See how that rolls. Dinner at 7. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, frick. No, it's not good because now we're waking up at 4:30. Bloody heck. I'm doing my own schedule, waking up at 4:30, but we need to wake up at 6. So what we'll add another hour to our morning routine, for example, and then this line needs to come back a little bit. So let's do half an hour. So let's do admin 1 hour. Let's add another 1 hour to admin. Let's make this 1 hour. Doing admin, emails, all that stuff. That works pretty well. Dinner's super late now, so we're gonna swap admin and dinner around. So we'll do admin here. Yeah, and then we'll do so hour and a half dinner, and we'll do an hour for admin. Good. Awesome. Well done. So as you can see now, we wake up, we do our morning routine, deep work, admin, more deep work, lunch, meetings, floativity, more deep work, dinner, admin, wind down and sleep. That is your Monday, right? And everything that you do in these slots must align with your values, right? So health and fitness, you've got your morning routine. Your meetings, when you have meetings, you're pushing things forward. You're creating stuff. You're doing your projects, right? So this is your time box, and the reason why you're time boxing in this way is because everything here is pushing you towards your purpose and what your vision is for your life and for what you're trying to create, right? That's what this is, which is really, really good. So on Monday, this is what our day looks like. This is the typical Monday. This is the perfect Monday for us. Okay, now. Okay, great. So we've got a calendar now. Okay, so this is just a fresh calendar. We're just going to use this calendar and build out what our Monday looks like. Okay, Monday the 3rd of January. So all you're going to do is you're going to flick across. I have two screens, so I would put the schedule on this screen over here that I have. Then I would have my calendar here so I can look at two screens. But let's say you only have one screen to make it a little bit easier. So to make it so you guys can see how you would do it. Let's make it one screen. So first one is a morning routine. So you copy morning routine, and that's from 6 till 9. Yeah, 6 till 9. So you copy morning routine, you come over here, click anywhere here, it's fine, click anywhere, doesn't really matter. But you click anywhere and you paste the morning routine. Then what you want to do is you want to change the time. So the time was 6 when you wake up till okay, oh my god, and we're using the 24, we're using the 12-hour clock as well. Let me change that real quick for you guys. That will make things much quicker for us. Good. Let me go full screen. Awesome. So what you want to do, you want to come over here to Monday, right? So Monday's the day that we're building. Click anywhere and paste the morning routine. Then what you want to do is change the time from 6 till 9, and I will change it for you. Now, Google Calendar gives you the opportunity to update and change your colors to whatever you want, right? My morning routine, and anything to do with personal growth, for me is green. So I'm gonna choose this nice green here. Okay. Then we've got the morning routine. That's the morning routine booked in for Monday. Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to switch back to your plan. Then you want to add in deep work. When you add in deep work, deep work is 9 till 10:30, right? So we're doing deep work. 9 till 10:30. So you want to add that in. So you come in here, you put in deep work, paste it, and you got 9 till 10:30. Okay, so you just paste it in. Super, super simple, as you can see. Now, for me, anything in deep work is in blue, so that's cool as it is already. So let me have deep work. Now let's add in the next one. So the next one is admin. So admin is 10:30 till 10:50. So you just bang that in here. Admin, 10:30 to 10:50. Okay. And now I'm going to race through and do all the rest for you. So we'll speed it up. Okay. Okay, incredible. So as you can see, what we have here now is we have actually put in our entire day from our Google Sheet, and that is how you create your day for Monday. You create all of the tiles, you put them in, and then you're good to go. Now, if you were to build out the whole week, in tomorrow's video, I'm going to show you how to automatically duplicate what you've done for the day if it matches other days, and then you can actually duplicate it and build out the whole week super, super quickly. So don't worry, there's a way that you can duplicate and automate, and I'll show you that in tomorrow's video. Okay, and that, my friends, is how you time box your day. That is how you time box, categorize, and organize your calendar. Notice how people are like, oh, Pierre, but that's so rigid. There's no freedom. I'm boxed in. Relax, relax. You know what I mean? Chillax. You're not boxed in. There's immense freedom in this time boxing technique, which we're going to get into in tomorrow's session. But essentially, notice how in your day you've mapped out all the things that are important to you. You're living in freedom. You're doing everything that you want to do. That's what freedom is. And so, you know, I've got my morning routine, spending 3 hours of my morning routine, which is correct, right? Yeah. Spending 3 hours of my morning routine just working on me. There's no work. There's no colleagues, clients, whatever. No, this is 3 hours every morning that you're going to be working, for example, on yourself and on who you want to become. That's incredible time spent, right? Then notice how you then have your lunch. You have floativity where you go for a midday walk or a midday nap or midday roller skating or whatever floativity you want to do. Then you've got dinner, right? So there are times throughout the day, if you add up all the time, it's like 3 hours, half an hour, so it's 1 hour, 4 hours, 5.5. So 5.5 hours in your day, you're not working. You're not boxed in working at your laptop. You're actually out doing stuff. Do you know what I mean? But you've scheduled it, which is the most important thing. And that, my friends, wraps up today's video. Part 4, the blueprint complete. How are you feeling? I've been babbling on about me and how I'm doing at the end of these videos. What I want to know is, how are you? Put a message in the comment. Let me know, engage with me and let me know how you're doing. And I would love for you to also put in the comments what you would like me to break down for you in the next video. Because that's what part 3, the breakdown, is all about, by the way. We're supposed to be building this channel together. You watch the video, you may have your own life's complex questions and things that you want to be broken down and answered and spoke about and dissected, and we try to figure these things out together, right? So in the comments below, let me know one of life's troublesome questions that you just really want to speak about, you really want to explore, and we will select one and use it in the next video. That's actually what part 3, the breakdown, is. It's the breakdown life's complex issues and questions, and try and figure it out together and build solutions and insights and methods and processes around it so we can all live a more holistic, beautiful life. Okay, so I will catch you in tomorrow, day 22. We're almost at day 30 and I'm still semi-standing. I'm still here. You know what I mean? Which is good. I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video. My name is Pia Yamfam. This is Get Out of Your Way. My hair is still a little bit crazy, but it's looking okay. And I think we figured this one out together today. Superb job. I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace.